Well, hello, gang. Troy W. Hudson, the voiceover with personality. It is August 21st. It is time for the Voiceover Weekly Stew. It is 5 o'clock live on the East Coast and 2 p. on the Pacific Coast, somewhere out there. This could be the shortest live I will do or have done up to this point in my live videos. Up until about 5 minutes ago, I was debating on not even doing a live this week. And because I'll show you a picture in a second as to why I was so unmotivated to do this that I had to shake myself and just it's like or I the old cartoon thing that does that because I'm so overwhelmed with work this week and even into this weekend that it's insane. And I was telling somebody, I guess it was yesterday, that when I actually took a day off, and I'm so thankful I did, to celebrate a very dear friend's birthday, kayaking on the river, and just getting out of the studio, still having my phone and knowing that orders were coming in, and I was getting emails and everything else. Here's the thing: I am not complaining. I'm so blessed to have the work. But it reaches a point. I don't want to use the phrase. I'm going to say it. I don't want to say it. Yeah, I guess I got to say it because I don't have another word to describe it, and that would be burnout. Oh, even so, when I say that word, that phrase, it's just not accurate because that would imply that I don't want to do this anymore. There came a couple of times today I was dealing with a scientific, very scientific script. And one of the reasons I don't take on scientific and medical e-learning projects is exactly what I was dealing with today. I had a full load of other production. Let me just jump over here and show you what's going on my production calendar. Logo shouldn't be there, but regardless. Basically, this is like Sunday over here. I'm assuming you can see the mouse. Or maybe not. Let me jump over here and do this on the actual calendar. Yeah, there we go. You can see the mouse. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you can see the mouse or not. This was Sunday. I had some work to do Sunday. And this is all a Monday. Let me get back to Ecamm real quick. It actually goes off the calendar. And so I worked till, I don't know, from like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, all the way till, I guess, about 9, 10 o'clock at night to get everything done. And then Wednesday was a repeat. Thursday, I took the time off for a dear friend's birthday. And but I ended up, after we left dinner last night, I had to come back and do several more projects which go off the scale there, off the calendar. And then today was no exception. It has involved doing an audition. I don't even know if you can see that. It's above there. For a project that I'm working on Monday. I'm doing let me go to the calendar and actually look. This was a voiceover for flexible spending accounts, for example. I hate that this is turning into a whine session. It's not a whining session. I'm just kind of showing you what happens when things get a little crazy and picked up. And one of the reasons why I'm having to tell a lot of clients, I can't deliver the same day anymore, given the trend of what's been going on. And I hate not being able to do that. But I also understand that I'm not going to work till 9, 10 o'clock every single night, wearing myself down and wearing myself out to try to do this. An industrial video right there for Fiverr. Another one for Fiverr on a parole piece of software for parolees. This was on basically solar panels. This is what I've been working on most of the afternoon. And that was the really super technical thing. Oh, there's the live. And this was the thing that almost didn't happen. And I've got 1, 2, 3, plus I've got to edit all this, and I'm looking at Saturday, a full calendar there, and even Sunday, another full calendar there, and then booked up through Monday and part of Tuesday with an ongoing video project. So again, this is not intended to be a whine session. Let me get Ecamm back up. I can't get Ecamm back up. Come on, Ecamm. Where you at? Ecamm is... There we go. And I don't know if there are any comments. Don't have that window open. Excuse me. I was so ill-prepared. I was going to do a fun boxing because I got the new printer in, which was exciting from HP. I've yet to even take it out of the box because I haven't had any time to take it out of the box. So I didn't even bother doing that. Like I said, I've had a lot of work to do this past week. So if I could sum up everything in this past few days, it has been overwhelming. It has been amazing. It has been more, as I was telling somebody, more than I can deal with. And they were asking me, maybe you can get some help and a virtual assistant or somebody like that. And honestly, a virtual assistant would be good for like sending out automated things and making contacts and things like that. And, you know, if I needed somebody to organize the books or invoicing and things like that, that's not a big thing. It's trying to juggle the multiple projects, the multiple places they come from, the multiple job sites, and then dealing one-on-one with them, negotiating the price, or on Fiverr, for example, they order directly from me if they want to do it that way, or they contact me and they say, what would you charge for this long of a project, word count, and I've been telling everybody, 3, 4, 5 days delivery because I don't want to get stuck doing that wee hours of the evening kind of thing. Although tonight I'll probably be doing that, and Saturday night I'll probably be doing that, and just to keep up with it, I'll probably be doing that good part of Sunday. So, wah. Yeah, I know. Some of you folks, especially in the VO world or actors, are going, oh, what a tough problem to have. And honestly, it's not always been that way. I was telling a friend that there were times when it's like I looked at that calendar and there were big white spaces in my iCal calendar, and there was nothing going on. And so I filled that with, let me tweak my website, or let me reach out and make contacts. It's back to what I was saying before about being reactive and proactive. When you're in production mode, you're not thinking about being I'm not thinking about being proactive and seeking out, new work, new clients, because, it's all you can do to kind of keep your head above water and just try and get through all the projects you've got. And you work like a madman or madwoman during that time, trying to keep up and keep organized and not let anything fall through the cracks. And I was telling that friend, I'm almost at that point to where that crack is, could appear at any point, and something falls through there, like I miss an email, or I miss, following back up with somebody, or I make a stupid mistake on a voiceover, which the production aspect, that's one thing that I do not skimp, and I can't abbreviate that part. That part has to be done right the first time, because I don't have time to send out sloppy work and, end up having to do revisions because it was sloppy on the front end. So that's the one thing. The concern is that the interaction and the communication could possibly suffer. I'm not going to miss a deadline. I'm going to prioritize, the folks that send me the most work, obviously, to make sure that stuff gets done first. But everybody else is just I'm nudging, and getting it done. This will be the last time I do a full Saturday, Sunday schedule. It's not healthy. If I had not taken off Thursday for that friend's birthday and kind of recharged and just kind of said, you know what, today I'm off. I'm just off. I have to be off. I have to be away. It is good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. Because today, right before I got on, I was struggling with like a raspy throat from all the work. Even though I took that day off, I could feel physically my throat, my lips, as I would try to warm up, they just weren't like as flexible as they're supposed to be. And you're thinking, again, oh, tough first world problem there, buddy. again, if it's what you do, you can understand what I'm talking about. You can overdo it. And that is the thing I will not do anymore. So I guess with zero show prep, I've gone 12 minutes. I don't see any comments or questions or anything, so I'm going to assume people have just kind of tuned out. If you're watching this on the replay, and I shudder to think if I end up watching it, what to call this thing. And I guess it's just me being consistent as far as, oh, thank you. Thank you for not leaving me hanging there, Tiffany. The burnout feeling. She is a hard worker. That's my oldest daughter, Tiffany Hudson. Shout out. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah. You can work too hard. You can like see that prize. You can have those goals of income or just trying to exceed the last month or whatever. And you can wear yourself out. So don't do that. Troy, don't do that. Alternate Troy, you're right. But I got to pay the bills. I got to save money. I want to get a house next year. All right. But if you're not well and healthy and you're not actually living in the moment and enjoying life, sorry, I was talking to myself, then you're kind of just, it's a productive, how would I say this? It's a non-productive productivity. Is that a hashtag? I don't know. But anyway, the duck back there, I have not been a sitting duck by any stretch. I have been, that's Kazoo, the sitting duck back there, used for illustrations of trying to motivate people. It's Friday. I'm going to reach back here and give Kazoo a little. Watson's actually off camera here, and you don't like that, do you? My buddy Watson and I. There is some balance to it. I've been doing a 5.6 mile. It's called a 56-56 challenge. I came up with it myself because that's as creative as I could get. 5.6 mile hike, at least for 56 straight days. My knee is starting to tell me, are you sure you want to keep doing this? And my mind and my spirit is saying, you betcha. And Kazoo's saying, yeah, okay, we're going to do this thing. So, again, staying healthy is really important. And part of the healthy part is not just getting out and walking and thinking about work that I got to do when I get back. Being healthy means taking the time off and not thinking about work. I've got a theme now. Don't overdo it. Don't burn yourself out. It took me 14 minutes of live show prepping to figure that out. Don't overdo it. If you are overdoing it, I don't care what you're doing, you have to take breaks for yourself. Your mental health needs it. Your physical health needs it. You don't need to be have your immune system compromised, especially in this day and age, because, well, any day and age, you just don't need to do that. So, I know what I could talk about. Monday afternoon, I did get the opportunity to read this here book right here, If I Ran the Rainforest, a Dr. Seuss read-along book. That was really, really fun on the Learning Ally live Facebook, Read Aloud Live on with Learning Ally. And I had a chance to work with Terry Nolan and a gentleman named Bill. I can't remember his last name. Forgive me, Bill, if you happen to be watching. But basically, it was like about a 15, 20-minute read of the book. And they let me, do it. She kind of opened the show, introed me, and then pitched it to me, and then I read the book. A little interesting tidbit behind the scenes, and that nobody knew about this. You are on fire, girl. I'm so glad you liked it. Liam is my 8-year-old grandson. Liam, if you're watching right now, buddy, you might be in school. You should be in school. No, it's out of school. That's right. It's 5 o'clock. I love you, bud. I'm glad you liked the story. Tiffany, I'm glad you liked it too. What was I saying? Oh, the story behind the scenes. A little known thing about that. It's smart to do this, and there was a good reason they did. they had me dial in or call in or Zoom in. It wasn't Zoom. It was StreamYard. StreamYard is the application they were using through a browser. And we started the call actually at 3:30 to check out any technical issues. And there were some technical issues. There was some weird sort of feedback with the microphone. Couldn't figure out what it was. So there was me and Terry, the hostess, and the tech person, Bill. And we were trying to figure it out. And, I do Zoom calls all the time. I did a couple of live sessions, directed sessions with Zoom this past week. This week we're talking. And everything was working fine. No echo, no feedback, use it all the time. So I know it's not on my end, or it shouldn't be on my end. But something was happening. I never called in or used StreamYard. I think that was the culprit, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, weird echo effect. So whenever two mics were open at the same time, like just talking back and forth in a split screen the way they had me with Terry, there would be this weird just building echo feedback like, and it would get louder and louder and louder until it was just horrible and it was unusable. So what we had to figure out about 1 or 2 minutes till the live broadcast at 4 o'clock Eastern time on Monday for the read aloud of If I Ran the Rainforest was that we would manually mute our mics as the other person was talking and then transition, and then the other person, as soon as that mic was muted, then that was the other person's cue to unmute their mic, so the two mics were not open at the same time. And somehow we look back at it, and I don't think there was a single instance of the technical echo, the weird, distracting, horrible thing. It never happened live. But you know about it behind the scenes. I think that's another dog coming in if you just saw the world shake. Hello, Ellie. 2 Goldens in the house today. And anyway, so that's kind of a fun behind-the-scenes thing, that there was this horrible technical audio issue going on behind. If we had both unmuted our mics and tried to talk back and forth in a normal conversation, it would have been like horrible, and it would have been like you couldn't even listen to it. So we had about a minute to practice, and we just kind of played it by ear. And it worked. So that's kind of a fun behind-the-scenes thing. Like I said, I don't have the printer in here to do a fun boxing today. Trust me, it's HP 3830. It's wireless. It was not like a high-dollar printer, but it will give me the ability to, I can print from my phone or an iPad. Or I don't have an iPad, so maybe I should get an iPad just to see if it works. Nah, I don't need an iPad. I have enough electronic stuff. But it should do wireless Apple printing, I've been told. And there's only 2 cartridges, and they're not crazy expensive like the current Epson printer I've had for a number of years that has 6 cartridges, and when one goes out, you have to replace it, regardless if you're using that color or not. So anyway, by golly, you know what? I think that's about all I have. I'm just going to roll my theme music back here. And I'm going to do some sign-off here. It is 5:20. This is officially the shortest VoiceOver Weekly Stew that I have ever done. But you know what? That's okay. Because when I get off here, I've got hours upon hours of work to do. And you guys have let me vent today. So on the live, thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for allowing me to share part of my world. Not much show prep involved in doing this, and I apologize. There will be more media sharing and more project sharing in the upcoming weeks. I am going to regulate the hours a bit and take some time off. But in the meantime, you guys have a fantastic, wonderful, beautiful, blessed weekend. Be a blessing to somebody. Don't overdo it. And heed my advice. Overworking is not healthy. So, you guys, bye.